In today's episode, we are going behind the feed to see what goes into creating a couture gown. Couture gowns are one of a kind and custom-made specially for an individual. They're handcrafted with great attention to detail, using high-quality or unique fabrics and materials. It's almost like a piece of art in itself. I'm here today with Naomi Yeo, a Singaporean fashion designer who creates beautiful couture gowns. Hi, how are you, Dennis?
I'm good.
We also have Bailey here with us this afternoon.
Couture wear is about high fashion. It's a vision that the designer have with the particular clients that we work with. It's not just fashion or trends. So you could have that fantasy element in it that could travel you through different period of time or eras.
Who are these clients and what kind of occasions do they usually go for?
Well, most of them, they are the high-profile socialites in Singapore. And the occasion that usually they make these dresses for are the galas, the balls, or even to weddings as well, and private parties.
What about your couture gowns then? How much are they valued at?
Well, basically, it's about 40K and above. Very much depends on the fabrication, on the embellishments that was involved as well.
Usually for a wedding gown, brides will wear, the item once or twice. Is it the norm in couture as well?
Well, it's quite a norm as well. So because for couture dresses, they design and wear it for a special occasion. And most of the time, the design are so spectacular that everybody remember that. But I will encourage them, if they come across like a different party in different country, they could always wear it again. It's a living art whereby you can wear and showcase to others and share the joy of having this piece of art with others as well. So,
right, and perhaps the experience that comes with it is different as well.
Yes, definitely.
So how did you get into this line? What's your field of study? What's your background?
Actually, fashion wasn't my first plan in life. I wanted to be a hairstylist. Yeah, but it was a very old white and black picture of Princess Grace Kelly on her wedding day that sparked me into the world of fashion. That was something so surreal, something so beautiful and classy, elegant. The fantasy was there. So from her, I can see lots of magic that could happen in my life if I were to go into fashion.
How long exactly have you been in fashion?
Wow, 30 years. So over the last 30 years, I've been doing bridal design, and then eventually I start my own line as well. So,
what would you say is your style?
Very theatrical. We have a fantasy of the Art Deco period as well. And nevertheless, of course, something very classy, which I will want very much that each of my design that it will last a long time. Even after years and years, you look back, it's still beautiful pieces.
Where do you get your inspiration from?
Very much from the person itself that I'm working with. And beside that, inspiration comes in a lot of ways and form. It could be a book that I read, it could be a movie that I watch, or even during the holiday as well. So, the different season, the smells that inspired you to the design as well.
Interesting you mentioned smell. How does that translate to the creative process?
It evokes you to emotion. Yeah, like for example, a smell from the flowers, it gives you an emotion of spring is here. You might want to play with certain kind of fabric that it flow. It gives the movement of the wind, and even the smells that it gives you the inspiration of colors as well. So, yeah, what sort of pastel colors that you want to involve into this design.
Speaking of inspiration and what kind of elements add to your couture gowns, I'm seeing a lot of books here in your home. Have any of these stories ever attracted you to create a gown in the process?
Yes, many of them. One particular book that I love very much, A Memoir of Geisha. So that period of time, it inspired me a lot of kimonos, even Japanese kind of prints, whatever, or even the way they do the beading works, the embellishments to incorporate with the flow of the Western or silhouettes as well.
Let's go into process now. How long does it usually take for you to create one gown?
It could be as fast as within a month or to 2 or even 3 months. Yeah, it depends on the designer, whether the fabrication needs to be imported in. That would take a little bit longer.
Walk us through the process from start to finish.
Well, first we'll meet up with the clients to understand about the theme of the event or either the gala that they're attending. And I will start like doing the drawing on the paper and illustrations, choosing the fabrication to the colors, the layering of all the embellishment, things like that. And that I will propose to my clients.
How involved are your clients, with regard to the creative process?
Most of the time, I would say that they leave every details to me, and they give me the total freedom to try out anything that I think is going to be much more interesting for the design itself. So, but of course, the trust level don't come just overnight. It was through a long period of time, that we built the trust together as designer and the clients as well.
From conceptualization, we then move on to production. What's the next step?
Looking out for fabrication that works with the particular design that I'm working on. And then after that, I will have to spend time to have my communication together with my seamstress about how's the cutting going to be, and the technique for this certain flow that I wanted to achieve for the design. And then that will come the cutting, sewing.
Once the seamstress has completed, how much of the work is actually done?
So from that time, I would say that it's about 50% done, and the rest of the 50% will be very much on myself, because that's the most fun part of it. Yeah, as a designer that you want to go through by yourself, because each of the detail that you sew on, everything is right here. Yeah, there's nobody that could just do it on your behalf. Then, yes.
Just to sum it up, what would be the most satisfying thing about your job?
Seeing my clients loving the dress, loving the design that was being created, enjoying the beauty of the creation, and having the confidence that's most important of all. Yeah.
What would you say then is your best work out of all the couture gowns?
Oh, it's my best work. Every pieces I put in my passion, my love in it, kind of things. So when I deliver all the dresses to my client, each of the dresses, I say, goodbye, girls, stay well. You know that someone is going to love them very much, take good care of them and showcase them as well. So, yeah.
But before I go, would it be all right for me to try on one of your coveted couture gowns?
Definitely.
Thank you.
So how do you like the dress?
I love it. It's definitely a look I've never really experimented before. So this is like, I'm seeing this with a fresh new pair of eyes.
This is very much of an inspiration from Audrey Hepburn from the movie Funny Face. So as you can see, this element of the whole dress, it gives a very young vibe on it, okay, created in a very beautiful corset for the bodice, okay, and yet it's very comfortable. I believe you should be feeling that.
Yeah, I'm definitely very comfortable in this.
Then just a little bit of bling over the dress, which is all the Swarovski crystal crusted over the belts here, which I think this is just a good balance to the overall of the bottom, whereby the feathers give movement to the silhouette, and the layering of the soft mesh with polka dots, taffeta that hold up the shape of the dress. It's very classic, but yet you have the youthful kind of touch in this dress, and it's a dress whereby you can wear to a gala, whereby if there's no theme, a particular theme for it kind of thing, a black dress is always work.
I think what I really loved about this is that, as you mentioned, the inspiration behind it would be Audrey Hepburn, and I love how chic she is, how elegant she is. I literally went from Girl Next Door to Audrey Hepburn vibes. I think we can agree that it's got really fun, yet chic vibes.
And you can party with this dress.
Yes, you can. So I'm not boring. What would you say, I could pair this with to just kind of like top things off?
Keep it to the minimum. Like maybe play with jewelry that is diamonds, things like that, a stud, a solitaire for the ears and then on your hands, and then beautiful crush bags, that's all you need. Maybe the magic touch of it will be a red lipstick.
I need to be dainty now. We've come to the end of today's episode. If it's one thing that I've learned from being together with Dennis is that a lot of hard work goes into making a couture gown. We're looking at creativity, skill, attention to detail, and the world of couture is just one of the many facets that we'll get to uncover in fashion. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and hit the bell button so you get notified every time a new episode is out. Catch you in the next one.